making it to top 8. It was
That's
really
awesome.
crazy run to see. Yeah. So ever since then, Y is absolutely. I see his name in a bracket. I'm like, I can't wait to see what he does this time. So these are two amazing players who haven't really been in the spotlight much in RCS, but we're getting the chance to see them play against each other, which is even more exciting.
Absolutely. And a matchup that's a pretty fun one to watch. Ori and Rano can definitely be pretty aggressive. Ooh.
Every time I see, like, yeah, the hit one up air fast fall, right? It's like,
super
oh no.
fun to watch. Hit one fast fall feels like the Rano equivalent of a sign tap. It really does. Like,
it reminds me of like the clip of like the Iron Man Infinite. Oh my god, he's dead!
okay. He just called out the tongue sling super hard. Alright, some aerial needles kind of peppering the ground a bit. Make Enbad feel a little less safe approaching.
Y hanging back, able to cover. Oh, just dashes back. Lets Enbad back on the stage.
Maybe a little afraid of just what resources he had left.
Because I mean, I guess Ori also does that super fast like air drift that like if you're looking to like cause him to whiff, you kind of do need to back up a bit.
That's true. That's true. It seems like Y is almost afraid of sign charge here. Like I notice whenever a sign charge happens, he's happy to retreat to platforms or go high over it.
I think it's, especially given like the online format, if you don't have like confidence to carry it, just like I'm not going to be in the explosive radius, and then once it blows up, I know for sure I only have Ori to worry about, right?
That's totally fair. Ooh. And off stage is probably when sign is almost the scariest, right?
That's purple!
Oh, that purple screen! What percent was he at? Like,
he was at like 90, I think.
Right? Okay. A little damage started with the bubble. Yeah, and that's just controlling the stage really hard with sign.
And this edge guard especially is looking so rough for Y. He's been off for like 20 seconds here, and he's gonna die there. That was actually a nice jump off up air, because like the past like 4 Rin cycles, so to speak, it was just Enbad on stage, like covering with like sign and F smash and stuff. So that time jumping out with an up air definitely has a high chance
him off guard.
Yeah, and like
it's a fast move.
Might not be a kill move, but any move in Rivals becomes a kill move if you're not ready to DI it, right?
Also, if you walk into the blast zone.
Yeah. Also,
so, like, yeah, it's scary, man. Ori is fast. Up air is a very quick move, and if you're not expecting it, you can just get pushed straight into the blast zone by that last hit, right?
So very
going to a small stage
by Enbad for that game. Wasn't like some of the games we saw from Halite earlier, but strong.
Yeah, it wasn't just like a crazy 0 to death off of like one missile, right? But it was just really good neutral. Just really controlled the bottom of the stage with sign. And I'm thinking maybe Y wants a smaller stage with more platforms to be able to kind of land on him, get around sign a little bit. So it looks like we can go to Troupple for that. I'm interested to see how this works out. Trouple's a great stage for Rano too.
I think Ori can get quite a bit of movement coverage out of here too, but I think the fact that the platforms also extend off the edges as well.
For recovery.
Yeah, I think that also helps the recovery mix up a bit, especially just like knowing there's land that Ori can't just leisurely cover with up strong. It can be nice.
It's a little refreshing, yeah. It gives you another option just to escape combos too. Because you know you can go for DI out and then just wave land off the plat. So I can totally see this being a great pick for Y. Enbad was also really grounded last game, but it looks like right off the bat he's jumping straight on these platforms to contest him.
That shows like the great like a player strength of playing to the stage too, not just to the opponent. Very good stuff.
Like we can see, Enbad's no longer even charging sign right now. He's content just playing with him on plats.
So right there, he only started charging sign once he got into advantage, right? Like actually got a hit, or like knows that Y is now above him, so he can catch a landing with it.
Ooh,
good play there.
Sometimes you just gotta let it rip. It's a great option. It'll catch him off guard at times. Here we see these extended platforms being really nice, but ooh. And that just threw out the up smash anyway, just said, well, I mean, if he does drift it, it'll catch. And it caught.
Because like I definitely whiffed there. I was not covering that spot at all. But N-Bad definitely looks like no stranger to this matchup.
Oh yeah. Ooh, okay. I like what he's doing now. Whereas the last game he stayed grounded and just kept Sign between him and his opponent. Now he's leaving Sign under the platform and jumping onto the plat to make it hard to approach his platform. Okay. That was sneaky, a little Waveland F-tilt.
Why is doing some very evasive approaching, like with how he's like choosing his spots, like plat drop needle, not plat drop aerial, or just like needle on his way through platforms. It's putting some tough pressure on.
Yeah, super smart too. It's not just like a plat drop nair or plat drop bear every time, right? He's mixing up what he's doing pretty heavily. That was smart.
Was that the smartest down air I've ever seen?
Oh, that was awesome. Using the bubble to stall. Ooh, let's go. Ooh, that's scary. Ori up strong is a frightening move because she's actionable out of it, right? So you get hit by up strong and it doesn't kill you, you know the Ori's coming for you again.
Yeah, and just double jumping right out of it to meet you. Yeah. Why having a slight lead now? I think still keeping it from the beginning of the game.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of just incrementally holding that starting advantage, right? He got the first stock, I believe, and he got like the first good chunk of percent, so he's just trying to keep it like that. Ooh. That was clean, I love that. I like when people wait on tech chases for platforms. Because they know, okay, we're gonna land on the plat, I think you're gonna tech this and do a tech roll or something, and just react to it from there.
It's so important to be able to recognize that in the middle of like a combo string instead of bread and buttering, but that's gonna catch once again that forward strong getting the Galaxy.
Man.
Yeah, closing the game out for N-Bad after such a strong lead by Y for most of it. As soon as that last stock started, N-Bad just had that really strong string just going back and forth across Troupple Pond, and then once Y was off stage, N-Bad just closed it out from there. That was rough. Y didn't get through. Yeah. Definitely
the edgeguard game, I think, such a big part of this matchup. N-Bad has been brutal on those edgeguards. Close now stocks, usually before 100% with something. Forward strong and up air, something, right?
And this is like with like Y incorporating so many different movement mix-ups, right? That N-Bad is both taking them to account and sometimes playing off of them in really surprising ways. Like I'm still thinking about that. Like,
absolutely. I was just thinking in my head, man, I wonder if he used bubble more. And I said, well, what happened when he used bubble last time?
And that played off it and turned it into his own platforms to keep the chase up. Yeah.
So it's just crazy. Both these players are so good at what they're doing. I just want to see how they adapt in this game 3. It looks like we did the polar opposite. We're going huge stage. We're doing some Frozen Fortress. Maybe the plan is, if I never go off stage, I can't be edgeguarded.
Yeah, I know what you think, right? A big enough stage that isn't rock wall, so you can't just up air twice and die off stage? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's the play. So, see how he does this. I'm expecting an almost... Ooh, okay. So I'm expecting an immediate retreat to that top platform from Y.
And it looks like, yeah, N-Bad just started the game just wanting to control that center platform.
That's kind of how the stage goes. If you control the center plat, they can't really get off the top platform safely anymore. Ooh, okay.
Recovery 2 option.
Great use of sign there. Ooh, that was so smart.
Whoa! Anti-air force match?
Don't like to see that.
Wow.
That was a rough first stock. Y's gonna need to just try to find something, right? Just get something started. And I think the fear of pairing sign or missing the pair on sign is just letting N-Bad control so much space. Like there, he had to back off. N-Bad didn't have to push any buttons just to get Y to just back off from on that, right?
Yeah, and Bad earned that fear in the previous games too, because like he actually waited like a fraction of a second for the parry and punished it with the sign explosion, and that's like such a nasty way to smack your opponent. It's like, don't even try that. Like, I
know. You still stay behind the sidewall. Oh, that is a rough second stock. Y just needs to find a way to close out this stock, right?
This is looking like so uphill for Y now, though, because he's got to He's got to not die with his half of stock remaining, and then take out like the rest of N-Bad's life. Like this is rough.
Oh yeah, especially against a character like Ori, where you're probably going to trade hits every now and then. Ooh, okay. Setting up an edge guard. This is good. Oh, he was dead! Oh, he was dead!
That was tragic, but looking to cover the top platform. No, the fake out, and N-Bad makes it back.
Ooh, slid on the stage, he got his resources back, but oh, N-Bad was up for the chase too.
And like that was without Sign covering two very different recovery arcs, right? Because he covered the high to the platform and immediately fast fell with I think the forward air, catching the low slide